What is happening, people? It's Adam Donnelly here and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to run through how to actually drop body fat and keep it off. I'm going to run through 5 key points and pillars that I stick to religiously, and before the video even gets started I want to show you my credentials of what I used to look like and the shape I got myself into. Now, I'm not your typical personal trainer that jags a kilo of trenbolone into his arse every day and walks about looking like The Rock every day of the year, but I'm a personal trainer that has been overweight his whole life, and I've managed to obviously shift that weight and get myself into a bit of better and realistic shape as well. So without further ado, let's get into the video and get on to point number 1, which is focus on the actual calorie intake you're using and not on demonising or cutting out foods. When it comes to fat loss, it really just is as simple as you need to be in a calorie deficit first and foremost. You don't need to worry about cutting out the likes of bread or sugars, etc. Now, that's what I done for years, and I've seen it failure after failure because I thought I had to live like a bodybuilder and eat salads 24/7, but it just led to me being depressed as fuck and wanting to shoot myself. That over restriction and rules often led me to revert back to old habits because it wasn't sustainable. And when you stop looking at food as being bad or good and demonising certain things, it honestly will be very, very freeing and will definitely help you get into more of a balanced, flexible, sustainable routine with your diet. I've ate plenty of what you would call normal foods and still lost over 65 pounds, and I didn't do it by eating like a rabbit. My advice to you would be, if you're starting on a fat loss journey, is just to track your food for a week, alright? See exactly what it is that you're putting into your mouth day in, day out, and if you do drop weight, that means that you're in a calorie deficit, and if you don't, well, you want to reduce a few extra 100 calories from that and then go from there. Now, point number 2 might seem obvious, but it is just consistency. Now, I think when you're on a fat loss and weight loss journey, sometimes when you're doing certain things, whether it be tracking a meal or doing cardio or going into the gym for a session, it can feel a bit minuscule and like it's not really doing anything, but you could not be more wrong, and it's not further from the truth. These small acts that you are doing is adding up and helping us build continuously to reach our end goal. With your nutrition and training programs, try and stick to a solid, consistent plan that you are going to enjoy and look forward to, rather than trying to aim for perfection. And when you do all of these small seeming acts at a time, like I said, that is just going to help us day by day, bit by bit, 1% by 1%, help us reach that end goal. Step number 3, and I cannot emphasize how important this is just movement. Plain and simple movement, and in specific, steps and walking. Do not underestimate the power of getting your steps in when you're trying to drop body fat. A lot of people think that when they try and drop body fat that they instantly need to do hours and hours of endless boring cardio, but you definitely don't, and we want to use cardio almost as a tool rather than a necessity. Now, the majority of the calories that you actually burn comes through your NEAT, which is something called non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And it goes in the name, it really is just the calories that you burn that isn't directly impacted by exercise. So for example, taking your dog out a walk, or going to the shops, or cleaning and hoovering around the house, anything that you are doing that isn't directly exercise, that is where you actually burn the majority of your calories. So do not underestimate just moving your body that extra little 5 to 10%. Now, step number 4 leads on to that, but you need to focus on doing a solid, structured weight training program that you'll not only enjoy, but you'll be focused on every single week, going in and getting stronger and progressing at it as well. Take this from somebody that basically cut out and removed weights for a long period of time to just focus on running, half marathons, marathon training, etc. And to be honest, my shape has probably never looked worse. I was flat and depleted, and it really does just go to show how important weights are for really changing and improving your body composition. Make sure you're not plan hopping. So what I mean by that is you're starting a training program, but you get bored of it and you just basically change it up after a week or two. Follow a really structured and enjoyable weight training program for about 12 to 16 weeks, and make sure that every single week you're either lifting for more reps, you're lifting for more weight, you're executing the exercise better, or you're shortening down your rest times. Pretty much any way that you're bettering yourself from the previous week is what you're trying to aim for. And finally, my fifth and final key power and point is going to be changing your mindset. Whilst my approach to things has been a wee bit more laid back and a bit more balanced, I'm also here to tell you that it is not going to happen magically or overnight. Fat loss is a long game, and not every single day that you step onto the scales or look in the mirror you're going to see progress. You're going to have weeks where things don't really budge or change or plateau, but that's absolutely fine and it's going to be expected. And all that really tells you is you need to make some changes and adaptations, whether that be eating a wee bit less food or moving your body a bit more through either steps, sessions, or your cardio. Unfortunately, something like getting in the shape of your life is not going to come to you as quick and easy. It's going to take a lot of patience, a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work, and a lot of consistency. But stay focused on your end goal. Before you know it, you'll look in the mirror or look in the scales and you'll see a massive difference in your diet. However long it's going to take you, 12 to 16 weeks, you're going to look back on it and think, wow, that actually went by really quickly and now I'm in the shape of my life. Now people, that is just fat loss simplified by myself in 5 key points and pillars. Hopefully I've explained this well, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments and I'll be able to reply to every single one of them. And make sure you're hitting that subscribe button to stay up to date with more fitness content, vlogs, full days of eating, fat loss tips, etc, etc. And I'll see you in the next video, troops. Thank you.